A population of ground finches in the Galapagos Islands shows variation in the depths of the bird's bills. Some have narrow to medium-sized bills, while others have somewhat deeper to deep bills. In 1976, researchers found that the variation in bill size produced a bell-shaped curve, with medium-sized bills being the most common. The next year, during a drought, most of the birds died of starvation. However, some hard fruits were still available, and birds that could crack them efficiently could get to the edible seeds inside. The birds with the narrow bills were less efficient at cracking the fruit than the birds with the deep bills, and thus were less likely to survive. The leftmost histogram represents the original state of the population. The histograms in the right-hand column depict the predicted possible outcomes of the three modes of natural selection. Which of the three histograms from the right column demonstrates how the population would be distributed if these environmental conditions continued for several years? Click the correct histogram. In directional selection, the mean bill size of the population becomes deeper over time. The change in the mean is a key feature of directional selection. Let's examine a different mode of natural selection. In this case, the initial population shows a bell-shaped distribution of variation in the bill length of ducks. Most individuals in this population are near the average, but a few have exceptionally short bills and a few have exceptionally long bills. Consider a situation in which ducks with long bills are better able to reach food on the bottom of a pond, while those with short bills are better able to obtain food floating on the water surface. Under these conditions, selection would work against ducks with average bill size. The leftmost histogram represents the distribution of bill lengths in the duck population before the pond deepened and ducks with bills of average size were selected against. The histograms in the right-hand column depict hypothetical outcomes of the three modes of natural selection. Which of the three histograms in the right-hand column demonstrates how the population would be distributed if these environmental conditions continued for several years? Click the correct histogram. In disruptive selection, the mean bill size of the population does not change. However, there are more individuals with very short bills as well as more with very long bills. Disruptive selection favors the extreme phenotypes. Let's examine a third mode of natural selection. Our initial population of green lizards shows variation in body size that exhibits a bell-shaped distribution curve. Most green lizards are near the average in size, but a few are exceptionally small and a few are exceptionally large. Consider a situation in which the largest lizards are more readily seen and eaten by bird predators, while the smallest are too slow to escape from terrestrial predators, such as snakes. In this case, selection favors individuals with average body size, while the largest and smallest individuals have poorer survival and lower reproductive rates. The leftmost histogram represents the state of the lizard population before lizards with average body size were selected for. The histograms in the right-hand column depict hypothetical outcomes of the three modes of natural selection. Which of the three histograms from the right-hand column demonstrates how the population would be distributed if these conditions continued for several years? Click the correct histogram. In stabilizing selection, the average size of individuals in the population does not change. After many generations, however, there are fewer very large lizards and fewer very small lizards. Stabilizing selection favors intermediate phenotypes. The degree of variability has decreased and the population is now more uniform than before.